Sooner, everybody. You guys know me, I'm Harry James. Well, the bowl game is set for Oklahoma as they will play the Naval Academy at AMG Carter Stadium in the bowl game, which, by the way, kicks us off with the Sooner Stumper of all of the military institutions. What is Oklahoma's record all time against those teams? Here's the hint, guys, is that they have played all three Army, Air Force, and Navy. They've played all three. We need to know the conference, not the conference record, but the record period versus those three opponents. We'll go over Navy specifically in the series and everything you need to know about the bowl game coming up. 1982 Boomer Sooner, you know what to do. Do not go away! Boomer Sooner to you, everybody. You guys know me, I'm Harry James. The Armed Force Bowl in Fort Worth, Texas. That is the bowl game for the Sooners this year against the Navy Midshipmen. With that being said, and with it being the Armed Forces Bowl, I need to know the record that Oklahoma has against all of the main military institutions. Air Force, Army, and Navy. They've played them all. 5-2 in 7 games. That is a 74.1% winning clip. That is the good side. The bad side is the overall series record between Oklahoma and Navy, because one of those 2 losses is to Navy, and one of those 5 wins is to Navy. 0-1 in the series so far. The lone game in the series way back in 1965 in Norman, Oklahoma, and the Naval Academy of the Midshipmen jumped on the ship in Norman and won 10-0. Oklahoma has not won a game yet in the series. Oklahoma pregame festivities. This WWLS Sports Animal. They're out O'Connell's, just across the street from the Balfour shop. They're on Campus Corner. Cannot miss it. They have a big trailer right there at O'Connell's. On the other side at the aforementioned Balfour, that's where the ref station's at. They're on Campus Corner. Now the franchise, 1077, they are out just north of the football stadium complex in front of McCaslin Fieldhouse. Also, there is the Party at the Palace, just north of the football stadium. And also, once the franchise is done north of their side, just north of the football stadium, Gabe Ikard and Chris Plank take over for the rest of the shows. All right, well, Friday, the 27th of December, 11 a.m., ESPN, Oklahoma Navy, the Armed Forces Bowl. Sooner Radio Network. This is how I'm going to have to listen to it. A lot of people are going to have to listen to it this way through the radio, with it being in the middle of the week. Yeah, it's all right. Toby, one of the best. Toby Rowland is who I'm talking about. He is also the play-by-play man for the basketball and baseball for the Sooners, and is part of the Ref family from 6 to 9, Monday through Friday. His sideline analyst, Teddy Lehman. He's also a Ref contributor from 3 to 6, Monday through Friday afternoons. On the sidelines, and by the way, Teddy Lehman, one half of the Oklahoma Breakdown. The other half is some guy, you probably heard of him, Gabe Ikard. Not only is he the other half of the Oklahoma Breakdown, but he's also host of Sirius XM 375 Big 12 Today from 3 to 5 Monday through Friday. And the main sideline analyst, Chris Plank, ref host from 9 to 11 Monday through Friday, and Fox Sports Radio national host from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Sundays. The Oklahoma Sooners. Their head coach, Brent Venables, 1992 grad from Kansas State, third year at Oklahoma. Coached in 38 overall games as head coach with a 22-16 overall record. That is a 57.9% winning clip. Conference play, 12 for 14, 26 games, 46.1% winning clip. 0-2 in bowls. But they do have a history of winning with Brent Venables. 8 divisional championships with the help of Brent. 2000, 2002, 2003, 04, 06, 7, 8, and 10. And 4 more once he left, including 4 more qualifications for Big 12 championships once it was invited back into the process. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Overall, 13 conference championships for Oklahoma in the Stoops era, in the current era of college football. 2000, 02, 04, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. The 2012 set, they did tie with Kansas State. Kansas State beat them in Norman. Kansas State won the outright title in the Big 12. For 2024, Oklahoma is 6-6 this year. 2-6 in conference play of the SEC. These 6 wins and 2 losses started out pretty solidly for the Sooners against Temple, Houston, and Tulane. Winning against Tulane and Norman 51-3, beating Houston and Norman 16-12, and then Tulane and Norman 34-19. The Sooners then lost to Tennessee 25-15. They then got back on the right track the exact next week against Auburn 27-21. They then lost to Texas 34-3 in Dallas. They then lost again to South Carolina 35-9. They then lost to Ole Miss at Ole Miss 26-14. They then got back on the right track against Maine 59-14. They then lost to Missouri 30-23. They then, got back on the right track and showed everybody what they can do when everybody wants to participate and play well with a 24-3 win over Alabama. But then the Sooners were shortly thereafter, a week later, shot back down to earth with a 37-17 loss to LSU at the Bayou in LSU. Oklahoma averages about 21.6 yards per ball game and 318.3 yards per ball game. Well, 322 offensively they average 24.3 yards points per ball game and 322.5 yards per ball game. Defensively, they surrender 21.4 points per ball game and 318.3 yards per ball game for the Sooner defense. Now, let's talk about Navy, the midshipmen, who the only, by the way, military institution Oklahoma has yet to beat, but they do have some Oklahoma ties. Get into that right now with the Navy midshipmen and their head coach, Brian Newberry. 1996 grad from Baylor University, but more importantly, guys, a sophomore grad. Oh, yeah. Or Westmore. Second season as the Naval Academy head coach, 22 to present. 13-10 overall record, 23 and 23 games, 56.5% winning clip. Conference play, 16 games, 10-6, 62.5% winning clip. No bowl last year. over the last couple of years. They do have 3 titles. Divisional titles, I'm sorry. 15, 16, and 17. Now in 2015, they tied with Houston and Navy. Houston won the head-to-head matchup and the West title. And in 16, Memphis did it with Navy. Memphis won the outright title. Conference titles won 2016. So the 2017 was when they tied Memphis. 2024, 8-3, 6-2 in conference play. They do include wins over Bucknell, 41-21 victory there. Temple, the Sooners have that in common with them. The Midshipmen took care of them 38-11. They then beat Memphis 46-44. They then won at Birmingham UAB 41-18 and at Air Force 34-7. They then took care of Charlotte 51-17. They then lost to Big Bad Notre Dame, or Notre Dame, if you will. The Fighting Irish got them 51-14 the final. They then lost to Rice 14-10. They then got back on the right track at South Florida 28-7. They then lost to Tulane 35-0. They then got back on the right track with wins over East Carolina 34-20. And then last week, Army-Navy weekend, Navy won the game with Army. Played at the NFL Commander Stadium 31-13. Got the win there. Offensive yards and points per ball game for Air Force, or for the Naval Academy. The Navy averages 32.2 points per ball game. Yards average per ball game offensively, 375.8. Defensively, they hold teams to just 22.3% points per ball game, and yards per ball game hold them to 363.6 yards per ball game for the midshipmen of the Naval Academy. All right, guys, it's the Armed Force Bowl. It'll be a while till we see each other again for a preview and a post view. The post game, of course, of this one, and then it'll be a while. The spring game, by the way, the date is set for the spring game. We'll get more into that as we get closer. Alright guys, thanks for watching again. Boomer Sooner, everybody. You can catch this and all my other videos on the YouTube 1982 Boomer Sooner. Also Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or on the Twitter handle, The Hype Man Harry. Also Patreon, Harry James Taylor. Alright guys, thanks for watching again. Boomer Sooner, everybody. I'm out of here. Peace!